This is the center of the world. Yeah, it's a real place, and it's in the middle of nowhere, but not exactly hard to get to. All you have to do is travel to the southeasternmost part of Imperial County and exit Interstate 8 before you hit the Arizona border. Turn right at the center of the World Boulevard. Then, when you see the sign to the town of Felicity, drive past the stairs to nowhere and park just outside the small pyramid.
Welcome to Felicity.
Thank you.
And if you're lucky, the mayor of Felicity will greet you. What year did you start Felicity?
When I sold my company, I had a few dollars, and so I decided we moved to the bare desert here.
There's two things you need to know when you first meet 93-year-old Jacques-André Estelle. First, you better be able to keep up. How far does it go back?
Over a quarter century. This is the history of the U.S.
And second, he rarely gives short or direct answers to your questions. These monuments here, these are for future humans.
Well,
We're going over there. Okay.
No, come with me.
It's really hard to explain why the center of the world is located in the Algodones Desert, but the short story is this.
I thought it would be nice to buy a township of pure desert and do something with it in my old age.
Born in France, Jacques and his family fled to America after Nazis made advances in World War II. At age 14, he hitchhiked across the United States and eventually joined the Marine Corps. His resume includes everything from banking to real estate and even competitive parachuting. The guy circumnavigated the globe in his own plane, and in the mid-1980s, he gave up everything to build a town on 2,800 acres of Imperial County desert. Felicity, who's it named after?
It's named for my wife. I figured that naming a town for her was cheaper than buying her a fur coat.
The money he saved from the fur coat went directly to decades of property development, starting off with this pyramid-shaped monument, to which he convinced the Imperial County supervisors to pass a law proclaiming that this spot was the center of the world.
Property laws define the boundaries of countries and are recognized by the United Nations. And 4 years later, we received international recognition.
It's a little unclear whether or not Jacques' legal explanation will hold up in court. Either way, it hasn't stopped his growing obsession with monuments. First, with these steps, which came from the original Eiffel Tower. Then, a monument to Korean War military members. And eventually, his biggest monument of all, the History in Granite. Who is the History in Granite for?
It's for, hopefully, humans of the future.
Day in and day out, since about 2002, etchers like Shelley Evans continue to scribe small summaries of world history on about 416 different granite slabs.
I may not retain the information, but it's nice to learn a little bit while I'm working.
Jacques researches and writes the historical summaries himself, and they document everything from Greek philosophy to animal evolution. And because the history is literally written in stone, Jacques believes they could last over 4,000 years.
I'm told that the monuments may be buried in an earthquake, and my answer to that is, think how happy future archaeologists will be.
Jacques' latest monument is this 150-ton dirt pile that he calls the Hill of Prayers. At the top is a replica of a French-style chapel where weddings and daily prayers take place. Jacques says the bell that rings at the top was a gift from a French ambassador.
When it arrived, it was so heavy we had to rebuild the whole top of the church.
Jacques says he may not be alive when all the tablets are finished, and that's okay. His nonprofit will continue etching, and in his mind, the most important message of all is already written in stone.
May distant descendants, perhaps far from planet Earth, view our collective history with understanding and affection.
From the center of the world in Felicity, California, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the Backroad.